As a young man, I always had a terrible fear of death. In fact, as a boy and right through my youth, death haunted me in many ways. And in 1987, I had a sudden troubles with my heart. I was rushed into emergency care, and fortunately I was got in time. It could kill you within 24 hours, but if you got in time, it was fine. And when I came out, I started to think about this whole thing of mortality and human finitude and tried to face up to it in a book called Our Double Time. And the more I thought about it, it seemed to me that if you could face finitude, because a lot of our society tries to avoid it, I think, by all sorts of things, by drink, by drugs, but of course the most acceptable drug is overwork. We avoid facing this idea of our own mortality. So I wrote this book called Our Double Time, and I want to read from the title poem. And the idea is really that you can not only, if you face that finitude, you can not only taste each moment, but you can also savor it, and in this sense, double your time. A morning leaving hospital, suddenly the light, the breath, the height, the breadth, the depth. Autumn of my overhaul, when senses seem to double. Rilke was right. Some fruit in me keeps ripening for a mellow fall. Scalpel and needle of growth, a wound suture, etched wonder of what's both brittle and finite. Two girls linking arms and so full of the future, the unbearable joy of a Schumach's crimson light. Had I been too busy to notice all this before? Too concerned to catch the obvious rhyme? Everything vibrates, a voice, a scent, a color, charged and marvelous, everything in double time. To have been to the edge, just to be allowed return to moments of utter in-loveness, utter unconcern. And yet, nothing for granted. A face of a friend, a glance, a touch, a word, la joie de ma vie, time doubled in the light of our open end. The day nor hour, nor how the going will be. Sudden cut and tumble, a flickering tragedy. My heart knows brokenness and still rejoices, but will these lines yet haunt a coward in me? Whatever, whenever, I trust I'll hear my voices. Does Rilke's inner fruit now slowly mature, seeding and settling along, working within? So, in the meantime, friends, just to be sure, kiss me, caress me, stroke the outer skin, fondle this husk and pod, my spirit's cell, warm the gourd still ripening in its shell. Here is my life, these my friends and voices, no fixed measures, just moving with a word as though I belong in counterpointed noises, one of those fervent motets of William Byrd. Across all the aeons, my one humming breath poised in this motet, steady, even sublime. To think this year will have been my 50th. From now, every single moment our double time. Not that I've grown blasé or no longer care, more a deeper listening to a music's densities. No matter how or when, no matter where, that feel of a line sung with consummate ease. I love and am loved. All my tininess rejoices that I'll have been a voice among your voices.